I wonder why it keeps asking me to start the AI companion. Oh, well, I didn't. So there we go. This is the, what are we calling ourselves now, John? Pacific Northwest Mesh? You're muted. You're on mute, John.
Yeah, I don't know that we have an official name. Just Northwest Mesh is the only thing I've,
Okay.
which is,
I was thinking that we said Pacific Northwest Mesh because we were encompassing Rob, who was up in Bellingham or wherever the heck he was when he first joined up, but now he's down in Yuma, so I don't think that counts.
No, probably not.
But we're having our first meeting since, let's see, it was August. The last meeting was the second Thursday in August that we decided to skip September because we're not really doing that much. And we're John, thanks to John, we're still putting the videos up on YouTube, and he sends out a link to everybody that got a message of this meeting will get the link to go check out the video on YouTube. But we're hoping now that summer's over and people have a little bit more time, and some people are newly retired, that the mesh equipment that we have in service will get reblasted with new firmware and new equipment installed and old equipment checked up on, and trying to bolster our links a little bit up and down the spine of West Seattle for sure, and then into the Seattle EOC, where some folks have been able to tunnel into the Seattle EOC. Not many, I don't think, but some. And yeah, just kind of build the network slowly but surely as we can and see how we can make it work for emergency communications. So Nick, one of our main operators and the brains as far as that goes on this end, for me anyway, Nick's not going to be able to make it tonight because he had a commitment, emergency commitment for a nonprofit that he does some help with. And so I don't think, and Frank and Tom, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there's any work been done locally within the last 60 days.
Not that I'm aware of. Oh, Kurt's back on the air.
Oh, Kurt is up?
Yeah. And then he left today to go down to Pacificon, and he'll be back on the 21st for one day and then back in June.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Snowbird.
Yeah, must be nice. So if he's back, then there's a node active at his location. Hopefully, hopefully we can get Ken AV7X to get back on. He took his node down to put his outdoor Christmas light show up on his mast 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, well, he hasn't got around to putting it back up, I guess. We did, and I'll reiterate this for both Rob and Mark, we did have a pretty successful go at a AREDNMESH mixed with Meshtastic interface for the West Seattle Grand Parade. We were able to, using Meshtastic, track some floats, one of which was the West Seattle Amateur Radio Club float. And then they fed the information into a central location, which Nick operated, where we displayed on a large television monitor where each of the units were on a map, so people could see what the mesh, AREDNMESH and Meshtastic could do to help track resources. So that was kind of fun. I hope we get a chance to do that again fairly soon, but it required a lot of work putting up temporary equipment along California in a couple of locations and chaining the equipment to poles so it wouldn't decide to grow legs. I'd rather it be up permanently up in a little higher location, but then again, we might not be able to use the Meshtastic then, so we'll see how that works going forward. We still have a major link between the Providence, Mount St. Vincent and Beacon. I don't know if that's up. There was some talk of having to realign the dish and do some other work with that, but at the same time, we have a good line of sight picture from Brookdale Admiral that can see the Beacon Hill building site. Straight line of sight. It's got a filter on it to protect it from the cell towers that are on Brookdale, but it still has a good line of sight. So Nick was going to get up there and attach his laptop to that unit and find out what the signal to noise ratios were and find out if that system possibly needs to be raised or moved in one direction or the other to get a better signal. That was a quick installation one day, and that quick installation has lasted for 3 years now. So that's the only information I have in regards to mesh. If anybody else has something, please step forward. Don't all talk at once.
Well,
Rob, you have to come off mute.
like I was mentioning, I replaced my PC here that I use for monitoring my node here in the living room. So now that I've done that, I can update the firmware in it and then get the one on the shack updated. My thoughts are that one of these needs to be reoriented because they're both pointed in the same general direction. One of them has a direct connection to Kurt. The other one has a direct connection to Mount St. Vincent. And that's because of blockages of houses across the alley from me. But I think if I get my tower put back up, and I was talking with a fellow today about some assistance with getting the hole dug, then I'll be able to move my mesh node that's in the shack back to the other tower and get over the top of the obstructions and probably be able to see the West Seattle tower once again. So hopefully.
Yeah, my audio is working now. You made a comment about nothing or the link from Mount St. Vincent. Were you referring to the HamWAN link?
No, I was referring to the mesh, the 60 megahertz link that was put in.
The 60 megahertz is HamWAN.
Okay.
But
Sorry.
that just brings us internet connection to the site from HamWAN, and then
Okay.
we can distribute, internet via mesh from that.
Okay.
But yeah, that's been some issues, and Doug's been trying to research what the actual issue is. But I think it's
Okay.
more stable now than it was earlier. Maybe Frank knows more.
Brookdale Admiral is probably just a standalone node for that north end. And if there is indeed an antenna on Beacon, which I believe there is in the 5 megahertz range, that's because it's a 5 megahertz Rocket M2 up there. It's a 2 megahertz. Never mind. Sorry. 2 megahertz up in Brookdale. So, and we no longer have a station up at the Brookdale, Alaska, because it was too close to the Providence Mount St. Vincent to do any good. So that equipment has been brought down, and I think it's in Nick's possession, ready to be repurposed. And
That
those,
might
by
have-
the way, are,
That might have been
Right.
used during the parade, I think.
it could have been, yeah. It was, it was, reimbursed by the club, so it's club assets. So I don't want that to go unmentioned because it's important that, club's got a lot of mesh infrastructure. I see Dawn's background, but I don't see Dawn. Is Dawn's audio working?
Yeah, I'm listening, but I'm talking to Barry on the phone. He's listening too through the phone.
Oh, okay. Hello to Barry through the phone.
Okay, he hears you. Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, Rob, we already sort of heard from you that you're not doing any mesh down there yet.
No,
have you
not yet.
been-
I've got my hands full with things right now, and yeah, so I haven't really been able to keep up on any of that. I just, like I said, I just want to try to at least come here so I could touch base and kind of keep up a little bit with what's going on. But yeah, I know that there was another Arden update what, a week ago, a little over a week ago. I don't know how that went, but I think that's a beta thing. But I mean, I'd love to be able to keep up, but I don't know if there's any interest whatsoever down here. I mean, hardly anything
Yeah.
local here. But unless I'm
Orb
just
Beach has
talking to
been
the wrong people. But
Orb Beach has been sending out a lot of updates on a pretty regular basis, almost once a week, sometimes twice. So if you are on the list, I believe it goes to the mesh email uh, mass email list. So if you don't do the updates, at least check out what he says is changing to see if it applies to your situation.
yeah, I
But
think
that
there's
would
one
be-
issue with the chat plugin that wasn't compatible with like a couple of the latest versions, I guess, or something. I Like I said, I need to catch up on all this. I'm getting bits and pieces, and I need to either fine tune my my AI summary tools that go out, because I just don't have time for all this anymore. That go out and actually grab all the relevant data that I need, so I can dive in further if I need to. But uh, yeah, it's down here. Unfortunately, the my priorities are kind of quite different than what they were up in Washington. So.
I understand.
So
Go ahead.
yeah, one thing I would wanted to ask you about is I can't remember when I read it, but were you doing some kind of a PBX asterisk uh or asterisk PBX integration with your mesh up there, or was there any discussion on that or something?
There was
Uh,
some discussion quite a while back, and I think Frank, you just went off mute.
Yeah, all I was gonna add is that there has been some discussion. In fact, I have a PBX unit here. The issue is I don't think we've got good enough coverage between anybody.
Yeah, so that's a thing that hopefully through the winter, when people have time and into the spring, we can get a little bit better. A few nodes up that I know are there that are currently not plugged in and just not there. So we'll try and get those in. The other thing is, at some point, I think maybe Tom, from your perspective, possibly up at the radio site, we might want to try and get whatever equipment together we need to tunnel into the EOC, because we have Hamwan up there, and see if we can, see if we can get some better connectivity. I don't know if that would work even. So
I know they're both connected into the same router. Whether or not Randy set that up to actually bridge between the mesh node and the ham WAN, I don't know, but I'm sure it's capable of doing that if it hasn't been done.
Yeah.
And I did buy one of those routers that can be used as a tunnel. It's already got the mesh firmware on it. At least it did. CPAC 2024 when I bought it, so it's still sitting in the box. Haven't done any more with it.
I have, it was recommended that I get a certain kind of router as well. And I have that upstairs, and in my infinite wisdom, you can just go from one hole to the other hole and it bridges. Well, I guess that's not correct. It needs somebody a little bit more clever in switches to be able to figure out how to connect my ham WAN to my mesh and be able to offer it to anyone that can connect to me.
Yep, that's what I understand. Is you can put the firmware on there, but there's still some configuration that needs to be done to make the magic happen.
Yeah, well, I have not figured that out, but just remember,
we just got to
smart
take
guys.
We just got to take Doug Kingston out to lunch.
Yeah, well, just tell him that I've got both here, and it could be a good test bed.
Yep, I'm same thing.
Yeah, so
I don't know. Frank might know how to do that. He's been playing with this kind of stuff too.
Yeah, I have been.
yeah, well,
Any success?
A little bit.
Well, then you have the issue of you're on RF island. You're not able to get into the rest of us.
That's my problem. I can't get into any of the sites from here. So it's like I haven't even been playing with it because I can't connect with it.
We need to get somebody between you and me, and then
Yes,
get us at least that hop over the hill, because I can
Well,
get
you
Mount
know-
St. Vincent from here. So
there was a ham on 21st on Brandon, right at the top of the stairs. For years, he had a packet station and he kept transmitting weather. And I went by there and he sold the house.
we need to talk to Ryan about just putting something on one of the poles up there.
Yeah. Yeah. Right at the top of the stairs would be ideal.
Exactly. And we can come up with the equipment. We just need somebody
Yeah.
with a bucket and the yellow truck to put it up there.
Yep.
all right. So
we can disguise it as those old ricochet things they put on the old street lights.
Yep.
There's probably one up there somewhere. Just repurpose it.
So, Mark, did you have any input on any mesh stuff that you're doing down there?
Nothing to report.
Okay. Well, I don't have anything else. I'll throw it open for anyone that has a mesh topic they want to talk about.
Yeah, I got a couple little things to play with. I don't know if
Okay.
any of you has got involved in Meshtastic. The last 2 weeks I've been getting into that stuff. I got some good equipment here. I can't believe for 915 megs that stuff will do what it'll do. The downsize is the message can only be around 200 characters long or less if you're not using plain text. So it has advantages and disadvantages, but the other side of it is if you want to track something, if you want to put some sensors like temperature, humidity, barometric pressure, and plant one of these things somewhere for remote indication, they're pretty cool. So that's all I wanted to say about mesh. I've learned a lot in the last few days. Or Meshtastic.
Occasionally, there is a commerciial airline pilot that is a ham operator that flies overhead at about 30,000 feet and lights up everybody in the Willamette Valley Mesh Network.
It'll be fun. I'll kind of keep an eye out for him. Do you remember what he uses for ID?
No, I don't recall
Okay.
that exactly. I'd have to look back into the logs.
Okay. And there's one other thing I'll bring up. I don't know if any of you guys have gotten involved in hams over IP, which is just a SIP phone system. And it's strictly for hams, and to join it, you have to send them a copy of your license. But The SIP phone is relatively easy to set up. If you've got a good internet connection, you'll get a 6-digit number and you can talk with any other ham. And
Is this an alternative to the Ham Shack hotline, which
Ham
silent?
Shack hotline went off the air last month.
Yes,
So yes, Hams over IP has pretty much taken over, and it's called Hams over IP.
they have that website also.
I missed that.
Is there a website also?
Hams over IP. We got Ron set up. I think
.org.
Tom's got it. Do you have it, Tom?
I haven't set it up yet. I've got,
Okay.
well, I got my two phones that I had on the mesh, but I've got the phone that Randy gave me that was on the old Ham Shack hotline. So I'll get that reconfigured and get it on the
Do
new
they
system.
use the same equipment as,
Exactly.
It's just an IP phone.
yeah, okay.
They'll give you a SIP ID within 24 hours. You get a hold of them, give them a copy of your license, do a couple little login things, and they'll send you the information within 24 hours. You'll be online. All you got to do is plug the information in and you
They
got your
do the
number.
Provisioning the way hotline used to do it.
Exactly the same. Yep. I think they must have taken over Ham Shack hotline.
The only thing is you're not able to give them a screenshot of your MAC address or barcode or whatever on the back of the phone. You have to do everything yourself. They don't have any automated provisioning capability yet.
It's not difficult though. It really isn't. You have to sit and figure a couple things out, but it took me maybe 30 minutes the first time. Now I've got 3 phones. So, and you can have, from what I understand, you can have up to 10 phones. And just like Ham Shack hotline, you provision a phone, you can pack that phone with you and plug it in anywhere you've got internet and your phone functions.
Yeah, it runs off the MAC address rather than any IP.
Right. Now, I'll tell you one thing, I experimented tonight for the hell of it. I've got a little T-Mobile hotspot here that has a USB-C connection on it. I got a USB-C to RJ45 mail, plugged it into the phone, and it works. And that's off a hotspot. So you just got to have a good signal into the hotspot, into the cell site, wherever the hotspot hooks. So that's all I had.
Sit next to me
Yeah,
at
that,
breakfast tomorrow.
Can you all
Rob, you
hear
had
me?
something?
Now,
One at a time.
Sorry.
asking Frank to sit next to me at breakfast tomorrow so I can
Okay.
so I can tap
So-
your brain because I want to play with this
Yeah.
because we're when we go over to Asia, I want to take something with me that we can play with over there.
It'll work. Okay.
So, as long as I can get an internet connection, then it should be.
Yep.
I'll call you.
I've got a cool small phone that I just got too. In fact, I'll dig it up here and show you while Rob's talking.
Okay.
So yeah, Ham Shack hotline that went down what, last month
Yes.
officially? Yeah, and then so Hams over IP, is that who took over or kind of tried or is trying?
That's
Is
what
that
took
that
over.
was?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. All right, I'll bookmark
It
that.
looked like a Radio Shack phone.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's a Grand Stream and it's 2 SIP lines.
Nice.
You just plug 12 volts in it, plug your RJ45 in and you're on. So the bad thing about having it with the T-Mobile hotspot is I had to also have a battery provide 12 volts for it.
So I've got, yeah, it's gonna cut it out, but you can't see it. Never mind. I hate that.
It's blanking. Yeah.
Anyways, I got this Grand Stream that I bought, or maybe the company sent it to me. I'm not sure. Anyways, but I have this GXP 2135 Grand Stream that I'm assuming it can work with this system. I'm hoping.
If you can
I think it's-
provision, it'll work.
Okay, but never did get a chance to hook that up because I've got just so many random things hit me all the time. And that was
Okay,
one. Just happened to be sitting next to me at the moment, going through some things I need to sort, pawn off, whatever. But yeah.
so here's another one. WP826 Grandstream, 3 SIP lines and Wi-Fi. So I've got it Wi-Fi'd into my home network and have 3 SIP lines coming through it.
So what's the cost of getting a number, a SIP
Nothing.
number? Okay.
Frank, bring that tomorrow, and then if you're not using it in February, I'll take it across the pond.
Which one?
The little one, the Wi-Fi one.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool. I like that because
it's
I can
nice.
get Wi-Fi over there really easy. So
Well, when I first hooked it up, I've got Starlink here, and
Yeah.
I set it up on 5 gigs, and I thought, well, let's see if it works on Starlink. So I hooked it up and linked it into the Starlink system, and bam, it came right up and it's worked perfectly. But I recently just shifted it back to my home network.
cool. I wonder if you can pair that to the hotspot from a cell phone.
I haven't tried it yet. Oh, I don't have a hotspot in my cell phone. That's why.
Okay. Well, bring it tomorrow. We'll try it with mine.
Really?
If that works, that's awesome. I'll buy one, and because my T-Mobile works in Indonesia, works in Thailand, works in Vietnam, works in Cambodia, so I could pair that phone up with my cell phone and use it anywhere.
Well, have you got a SIP? Do you pay for a SIP service? You'd have to get something like VoIP.ms to get a telephone number.
Ah, okay. So
See, you're thinking
this-
of
this ham over
hams
IP,
over IP.
yeah, right. That only works to other hams on IP. It doesn't get you
Yeah,
the
that's
the
right. It's
okay.
just the 6-digit number. However,
Okay.
I will tell you, VoIP.ms has got some really reasonable services like 1 cent a minute and no monthly charge, or $7 a month and you're wide open.
Huh?
So
Interesting.
yeah, I would look up VoIP.ms.
Okay.
They've been great for me for the last 3 years.
Yeah. Because Hua found a house over there just a few miles from his sister's place for 60,000.
Yeah.
That's what he paid for his car. I said, we can buy a house for what you paid for your car.
Where's this at?
Vietnam.
Oh wow.
Yeah. 60,000 and it's 2-story, beautiful house. I mean, I'll try to have pictures of them for the next net.
We
Watch those
got to see
coconuts, Don.
Dawn.
I didn't think you want to see me talking to Perry on the phone.
Oh, that's all right.
Well, as long as we don't have to see Barry, I'll see him
We'll
tomorrow.
see him
right?
tomorrow, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
He should drag you along, Don.
I don't get up that early.
Why not?
Yeah.
He
I
needs
work
his
swing-
beauty sleep.
Well, I work swing shifts all my life, down the school district. And
You still working?
No, I did what I did. It's like just like Barry gets up early, really early, and Todd too, of course.
Yeah. Well,
You get into
I
that-
retired in May, and
Oh.
I'm still getting up early. So,
Oh yeah, you would. Yeah, but oh well.
I had another question. Is there any integration with the 44 net or AmperNet? I think it was what it used to be called. The kind of a private 44 dot whatever network for pretty much amateur radio use.
yes, it's called ham
You
WAN.
guys. Oh, is it okay?
Ham
Well,
WAN's on the 44 net, so you got
Oh, it is okay.
right direct connection to the internet.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, I was just wondering if you guys were integrating the 44 net or have. I guess you did. So, never mind.
All right. Anybody have anything else? before we call it quits. We've been at this for about a half hour.
Well, if Frank could send the model numbers for the Grandstream phones that he was using, that would be appreciated.
Yeah, I guess I can throw them on here. It'll take a minute for me to collect them, but unless we're gonna hang on for a minute.
We can hang on. Take your time.
I got a couple of grand streams too. I don't know what the model number is offhand, but I can throw them out on the email list.
I got a Polycom, not a Polycom, Cisco 720 and one like Frank's got a 725 or something like that. And they both work flawlessly. And I didn't have to change the programming to get the voicemail to play. I just didn't know that you had to press *97.
Okay, so this one, which has 2 SIP lines, is the Golf Hotel Papa 611 whiskey. And this one, which is the Wi-Fi that has 3 SIP lines, is the Whiskey Papa 826.
Thank
That's
you.
Grandstream as well.
The what?
That's Grandstream as well, or
Both of them are Grandstream. Oh,
88 bucks on Amazon.
yeah, for the 826, it's more expensive. The 611 is somewhere around 50 bucks. And I got them both from Amazon.
And the base station just plugs into your network cable? Is that
No, the
you get PoE
826
on
is
that?
Wi-Fi only. It's Wi-Fi only.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
The other one, the 611, it's got an RJ45 on it.
Okay.
And the cool thing, I've been playing with this 826. You get you can plug a USB-C headset into the bottom. It's got USB-C on the bottom, so you can charge it. You know, you don't have to drop it in its own charger. It's like having a cell phone practically. But if you get I picked up a Lenovo USB-C headset and it plugs right in, and you know, you got a headset with it too.
So John
I mean,
has put some links up in the chat. Make sure that you copy the chat. One is the groups IO, hamsoverip.com, and voip.ms. Those are all in the chat. So make sure you grab those before you leave tonight.
Also, if you want to share some of this equipment information, if you send it to me, any details that you've been talking about, then when I send out the links to the video, I will include information about that also. Plus, I'll add the chat to link a chat to in the transcript. So try to put it all together.
Frank, I think he was talking to you.
okay, I
About
missed
the
out. I
grand-
was looking at something else here. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the
Oh, so-
Grand Street phone information. If you send that to John, he'll put it in with the announcement so everybody gets it.
That's cool. I'll get it. Also for the guys in Seattle, the EOC, specifically Doug, has advised that the SIP account with the 8,000 numbers is still very functional. And if you guys are interested in the, the Seattle EOC stuff, you can probably get a SIP number through that also. Barry and I have had one for quite a while. And I didn't know for sure if it worked. I got a hold of Doug and he says, well, are you interested in taking over that system? So we may have an under the hole in here pretty quick.
Yeah.
But the 8,000 system is still functional.
I think I have a number on that, but I don't remember what it was.
Yep, I can find out for you.
Very, very cool. Well, if we don't have anything else to talk about, I think John wrapped it up pretty eloquently. Everything that we talked about tonight will be in the links to the video, the chat, the grand stream information, if you didn't get it already. And he's going to put a link into the chat, so everybody will get a copy of that if they didn't already get it. And John, I don't know how much I can say, but thank you so much for all the work you do to support the MESH group.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. I mean, it's been interesting for sure.
So if there's no other hands raised, I'm going to head and stop the recording.
I got a question, Ron.
Okay, I'll wait. Go ahead.
Oh, Barry said to ask you if you had a website for this group.
Can you see chat?
No.
Okay. We have a groups.io, but not a website. So
Okay.
the groups.io gets the email saying when the meetings are and what the links are to watch the videos.
So if you want to write this down, I'll give you the URL, which is very easy to write down. It's an NWMESH.groups.io.
Okay.
Did you get it?
Yeah, URL of Northwest Mesh Group.
Yeah, NWMESH.groups.io.
Oh,
That's the shortest version of the URL.
okay.
And then you can subscribe. Now, the downside is that I don't have any control over subscriptions. We kind of took over a group that belonged to somebody else, and we're kind of running it now. But in order to get subscriptions, somebody who originally set up the account has to respond. So hopefully you'll get a quick response.
Yeah, we were hoping George, of course he moved, he was gonna get the link, and then I can see his house from Magnolia. But that was our only hope for getting something in the north end. I think maybe Doug has something. Is there any talk about?
Carl has something up on the north end too.
Yeah, but I don't get to the problem.
Yeah.
Because we were getting set up, with the equipment and
Well, can you see Barry from your side?
well, he's on the other side of the hill.
Okay. Then if you because Barry can see somebody in West Seattle he can see other things, but if you get yourself a tunnel and tunnel in at the EOC, you can use your computer and be able to get into the mesh.
I think we tried that. He has told me that he was. He said it's pretty quiet though. So
yeah, it's no doubt
yeah.
very quiet because we're still working in the design stages, finding out what works.
Okay, because Todd's my roommate, of course, and he has all the equipment. Usually he takes it out down to the Magnolia Park there by Magnolia School.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing's set up here because we tried it from here because I'm on 24th and Bertonas, the east side of Magnolia. And I could see downtown, but we couldn't get into Beacon. I think we were trying to get Beacon Hill, but there's a tree just down the street, right in line.
You need a chainsaw?
How about a drone? Upside down drone? Maybe I'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we keep waiting, so when it happens,
All right.
we'll keep tabs on it.
Maybe you
Right,
find somebody between you and that site and be able to get in. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, I just wonder if anybody would be interested in a social gathering occasionally, a lunch, breakfast, dinner kind of thing, every
Yeah.
couple of months, every few months. Just
Yeah,
mesh guys hanging out and talking mesh stuff.
Yeah.
and showing our toys.
I would love
Alright.
to, but that would be a little bit of a drive.
Yeah, for where you're at right now, but
There's
I
a
mean,
there's a direct
eh,
flight.
I'm game. Set it.
yeah, we just need to figure out who'd all be interested and pick a day,
3,
time,
4,
and
1, 2,
place.
3, 4.
I hear you, Frank.
Maybe
you
we
now?
can.
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Hey, Tom,
Yeah.
I can send out to the group and to the blind, the BCC list and have them contact you if they're interested.
Well, not me directly, just send out a message to the group if they're
Yeah, we need
interested
somebody-
in.
we need somebody to.
I'm not an
We need somebody
organizer.
just someplace to send the information, because if it's just the information goes everywhere, then it's nowhere.
That's true. Okay, yeah, just send to me and then I'll see what kind of interest there is and share it with the group.
Or
Or
another option, what I could do is send out that request, and then they could respond to me, and then I'll put it on the groups, if that's
Okay.
what you.
Could you
Okay,
do a Google, what do you call that, Survey Monkey thing? You can do 5 questions free, right?
possibly. What would be the questions?
my thought was just
Are you-
anybody interested in having a social gathering of the mesh group to just get together, I don't know, bi-monthly, quarterly, twice a year, whatever.
Okay, so frequency and what else?
Location.
Location.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I
and
mean,
time.
something central that works for everybody.
Either lunch or supper, breakfast, because you won't make it.
Yeah, it can't be breakfast because there's a couple of guys that don't like to get up early.
Lunch or-
I got a friend in the non-morning group. That's funny.
Okay. So we put her on the monkey.
Okay.
It's been a while since I did the monkey, so I'm gonna figure out how to do it.
Well,
I'm
don't
not
do
going
anything
there.
that costs us money. We
I'm
don't
not
wanna
going
do
there.
Okay.
Oh, this
We'll put it
doesn't.
on the monkey's back. Okay, gang, I'm gonna stop the recording. Thanks a lot. And you can
Okay.
stick around, chit chat if you want. I'm gonna stop the recording now.